Okay, so this is my introduction to reflexology video. There's going to be a series because reflexology is a kind of complex healing art in and of itself. It's very much a part of Chinese medicine. So it functions with the same meridians, the same acupressure points as acupressure and acupuncture. But it is on a specific body parts. And I'm mostly referring to foot reflexology, which is what I'm going to demonstrate in this video and in the couple following. But it can apply to almost any body part. The concept is that each part of our body is a microcosm of the body as a whole, so that there are points within each of our smaller parts that can refer back to the whole body. And specifically with the feet, the idea is that it's our chronic issues. Our hands hold more acute issues, which is why if you have like a headache, there's a great point in your hand for a headache that you can hold, or nausea, right? Because those are going to be more immediate issues that if you work on the points in the hands, you can affect them. The feet are supposed to hold more of your chronic issues, so your lifelong health stuff, kidney stuff, heart issues, any kind of hereditary stuff that you might have gotten from your parents or your family, and then the long-term stuff that you've maybe been developing for years, like a thyroid issue. It's also really great for diagnosing and realizing that you have issues sometimes when you haven't realized that you did before, because you're getting those points stimulated. The concept is not that complicated, but I'm gonna do a link for a chart so that you can see what I'm talking about, and you can see all the different points in the bottom of your feet that refer to other parts of the body. Now, in traditional Chinese medicine, you're gonna get in and do those points really, really hard. Most practitioners, they don't really care if you're grimacing in pain. I will always go with what the client wants. You know, if I have somebody who comes in who knows reflexology, who knows Chinese medicine, and wants that really deep, really effective, but maybe kind of extreme pain, then we'll go there. If I have somebody who's sort of new to the concept or just wanting to try it out, then I go a little bit slower, and I always talk and communicate with the person as I'm doing the reflexology. If you get to a point that's a little bit dense, what that means according to Chinese medicine is that there's a lot of qi, there's a lot of energy. So you'll find that mostly in hip stuff and like liver stuff, of course thyroid stuff, and maybe shoulder issues are going to be really dense in the parts of the feet where the shoulder points are. Things like your spleen, where most of us have a deficiency. We eat too many carbs, we eat too much sugar, we don't have enough qi in our spleen, is going to feel more deficient. And in either case, when you get there, you want to check in with the client, see if they are also feeling what you feel there, whether it feels dense or it feels like there's a numbness in that area. Either way, you're going to be doing pressure and then ease, pressure and then ease. But if there is a deficiency, I will often sometimes add a little bit of friction to bring more heat and energy to that area. Whereas if it's something dense, like the liver or the shoulder, I may try to do more of like a slower, gentler kind of work to dissipate that instead of bringing more heat and energy to the area. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that whoever you get to practice on really enjoys it too. Again, I'm gonna put a chart along with this that you can follow as your guide. Thanks. Bye. Because you want to make sure that you're not hurting your own hands when you're doing those deep reflexology points along the feet. And again, I'm going to put the chart, a link for the chart here. And basically what you have is like an outline of the whole body in your feet. So the spine goes right down the middle, hips and lower back are down here, and then your digestive organs correspond with where they are. Lungs, shoulders, head. So you work on sinus, head issues here, and then you work on stuff in the throat and through the hormonal glands in the throat through here, like a pituitary gland and their thyroid. Okay, so for the reflexology, you're going to be doing really deep pressure and then holding and then pulling back and then doing really deep pressure and then pulling back, like other acupressure. I'm doing lung 1, which is a really important lung point and just a really important acupressure point in general. Also a place where people hold a lot of tension. So the key with this is that you want to have your hand in sort of like a shape like this and then curve into the point rather than just using your thumb to do the pressure. Because if you're turning this way, especially if you have good body mechanics and you're in the right posture, you have the right posture, you can use more of your arm and the rest of your body to do that pressure and not strain your own hand or your own thumb as you do that kind of work. So you're going to do that throughout the whole foot for a reflexology session. And you can go really deep. A traditional Chinese reflexology session is really, really deep. You're not going to necessarily do that with every client. Not everybody wants that. But if they like a deep massage or they have specific things that they need worked on, like a thyroid issue, like a digestive issue, which you're going to find all through this area, you can get in there pretty deep.